Your pre-market summary for Monday, November 14th. We are looking at negative numbers across the board for futures this morning, coming off back-to-back positive showings heading into the weekend last week. It was a pretty impressive rally, in fact, getting above that last resistance point on Thursday and then seeing the follow-through into the weekend on Friday. Of course, all following the CPI print we got last week. That was, of course, better than expected. Producer prices, meanwhile, in focus this week, we'll get that coming out on Tuesday, another inflation reading. But overall, the market back to the downside. Here's how futures are setting up right now. 0.34 for the S&P, about 0.14 for the Dow, 0.5% there for the NASDAQ. So still holding the majority of the gains that we chalked up for the market last week, including the best performance since June for the S&P 500 on a weekly basis. 0.25% for TSX futures here in Toronto, back to the downside. Oil negative again today. 2 days in a row. Bitcoin and Ethereum back in the red for the most part. Bitcoin just positive now, but it was red early on. That's the way the market overall looks. Thursday, huge day, back higher. And then Friday, we tag 4,000 on the S&P 500. AMD shares on watch this morning, not one, but two positive notes out this morning on AMD. Great looking daily chart back above 72.5, which was that prior high for AMD. Chinese ADRs all positive in the pre-market as well. More developments over the weekend on COVID slowing possibly and easing of restrictions coming from regulators over in China. That's the way Alibaba shares look going into the weekend. Here's NIO, big positive green candle for NIO as well on Friday. So we'll have a look at some of the Chinese ADRs. Both RIVN and Lucid shares on watch this morning. This report out over the weekend highlighted the fact that every time either one of these brands sell an electric vehicle, they're actually losing hundreds of thousands of dollars on it because of amazingly high production costs and amazingly high raw material costs right now. So a little bit of pressure for both Rivian and Lucid. Hasbro down big time, double downgrade for Hasbro from B of A this morning. And we'll have a look at AMC. A couple of big days to the upside for AMC. It's higher again by 8% in the pre-market. Grab that watch list, guys. Use the QR code on screen right now. We're live coming up here at 8:30 on TraderTV.Live.